everyone. Just wanted to do a supplementary video on categorical imperatives and the distinction between a categorical imperative and a hypothetical imperative. Just look at those two. These are imperatives, right? We should know that, be able to recognize an imperative at this point is really crucial. An imperative is in the form of an order or command: do this or don't do that, as opposed to a simple descriptive statement. So take out the trash is an imperative, whereas, I don't know, the trash is smelly is not an imperative. It's a declarative statement. But this is really about the difference between categorical and hypothetical imperatives. It should jump out at you, these two imperatives, which one is categorical and which one is hypothetical. It should just be, I know we're sort of rushing through Kant, but it's actually really important. So the categorical one is the first one, and the hypothetical one is the second one. And the difference between them is purely grammatical and logical. It's not really about personal feelings or something. People are writing about that. It's not wrong, but doesn't really get to the heart of the thing. And the difference between a categorical imperative and a hypothetical one is purely a matter of form. When we state something categorically, we just state it. Take out the trash. No ifs, no conditions. It's unconditional. It just says take out the trash. So it's categorical. It simply says take out the trash. It's easier to explain why a hypothetical imperative is hypothetical because it has a condition, in this case represented by the if clause. If you want to keep your mother happy, take out the trash. So what's really the difference between the two is not really anything about what we think or our personal feelings or desires. It's not really about that. It's about form. It's about the logical form of it. And the important thing about a hypothetical imperative is that it has a condition. If you want to keep your mother happy, take out the trash. Or you might even say, to make it even clearer, the logical form, put in the then. If you want to keep your mother happy, then take out the trash. The first thing just says take out the trash, period. The second one says, well, there's a condition. If you want to keep your mother happy, take out the trash. But the implication immediately is if you don't care about keeping your mother happy, then there's no reason to take out the trash. So the condition in the hypothetical for taking out the trash is that you want to keep your mother happy. If that doesn't apply, if that's not, then don't take out the trash. There's no reason. So the difference between the two of them is really a logical difference, basically a grammatical difference. They're different forms of imperative, and it's a form that you want to concentrate on. Obviously, this has sort of deeper philosophical consequences, right? Sorry. So categorical imperatives must always be followed no matter what. Take out the trash just says take out the trash. Doesn't give you any escape hatch. Just take out the trash. Whereas a hypothetical imperative only really applies if their condition applies, right? That is, if you want to keep your mother happy, take out the trash. So the important thing for Kant is that all moral imperatives are categorical. That is, all moral rules are categorical if indeed they're moral, if indeed they have to do with ethics. Hypothetical imperatives are really about practical things, getting along in life. So we would never say, now this might actually be pretty good advice. If you want to succeed in the long term, do not lie. It's a well known expression that you should tell the truth because otherwise you have to remember what lie you told, which is actually quite good practical advice, but it's practical advice, it's not moral advice. So I think it's true. If you want to succeed in life, if you want to have people trust you and you want to be a person that people want to hire or do business with, then don't lie. There are all sorts of practical, egotistical, prudential reasons for not lying. But Kant would never say that this is the basis for not lying. He would just say uh, that this, as a categorical imperative, stands by itself. So for him, categorical imperatives are the only ones that really have moral relevance. Everything else, all hypothetical imperatives, are just about, you know, what you want in life and having to do, yeah, with your desires. If you want this, then you should do that. But if you don't want this, there's no reason to do that. That doesn't apply in morality. Right? You may want to lie in a particular situation because you want to get out of something. But that doesn't mean that lying, although lying can be very practical in certain cases, it doesn't mean that it can be ethical or moral just because you want it. Whereas with the hypothetical imperative, if you want this thing, then you should go ahead and do or not do whatever follows in the imperative. So I just want to do just to review maybe a little bit of the basics. I thought that people were pretty much on the right track in the discussion board, but that I wouldn't emphasize that the primary difference between the two imperatives, that from which everything else flows, is that it is a logical, grammatical, formal difference, and then we can get into the ethics of it.